Hello, good morning. My name is Terry Samuels from Salterra Digital Services, SEO Spring Training, and SEO University. And we're going to continue our series of interlinking and siloing, but today's going to be a little bit different. I want to answer a couple questions that I got in. I got quite a few questions, but please send me your questions and I'll answer them as I can, of course. Today I'll answer a couple of them, maybe two or three, but especially like the first one. The first one's pretty easy. Somebody wrote in and asked, how does my schema work in conjunction with the internal linking, siloing that we do on the content side? And I can tell you they're two completely different strategies. They do obviously have some overlapping in it, but the main thing is that the schema that we put in gives a different snapshot, or a better, more robust snapshot of the page that they're getting ready to crawl. So the next series I do after this one is going to be all about schema. So there's going to be many videos coming out about that. But for right now, yes, they're completely different, but they do have some overlap, and you'll see that when we start talking about how schema works in conjunction. So that one was a pretty easy question. The next one is, they wanted me to go over a little bit more of the local pages schema, specifically linking the cities together at the bottom. And I understand this question a lot. And again, my big disclaimer is test it, because I have not tested every service in every city everywhere. And you will get different results. But our testing has shown that we do not want to interlink the Dallas city page to the Richardson city page or the Plano city page. We can mention them, of course. We also service these other areas, but in our testing and in my thinking, the way I want my page to rank, I really don't want, if I'm working and focusing on the Dallas page, because that is a larger city and takes more focus and time and effort, why would I want to support the Richardson page or the Plano page? Maybe their GBP is in one city, and so you're focusing on that city, but at the same time, you're leaking all that work to these other city pages next to each other. So again, test it, but from what we've seen, we do not interlink the city pages together through other cities. So now if we have a Dallas page for cool sculpting, a Dallas page for derma fillers, a Dallas page for Botox, yes, all those will be interlinked together for Dallas and the different services for Dallas. That's totally fine. But I'm not going to interlink my Dallas cool sculpting page to my Plano cool sculpting page. So I hope that clears it up again. But again, test it. If you already have it set up that way, remove one of the links and watch it. Just see if it has any effect. Did it go up? Did it go down? Did it stay stagnant? Nowadays, the most frustrating thing about testing is it just takes a long time to get some results, depending on how often you get your website crawled. So again, that's the way we've been doing it. We've seen great results not interlinking them together. And again, test it for yourself and just see how it works for you. All right, so the last question I'll cover today it's about the whole interlinking strategy of your entire website. Well, that gets a little broad, but you do have to use tools like Sitebulb, Screaming Frog to get a better snapshot of what all the internal links are that are coming to a page, and then what those internal links are leaving that page. So especially your power pages or your money pages, you really need to pay attention to what is linking to this page. How is how is it linked, by which anchor text, and does it make sense the way it's linking? Do I have a whole bunch of learn more links coming into this city page? Do I have a whole bunch of branded links coming into a page? You need to pay attention to all these things, because when you start looking at a snapshot from kind of the top down on a page and paying attention to what's connected and what's leaving, where am I connecting to, you'll probably find a pretty good snapshot of things you need to maybe fix. So just pay attention to the whole website, okay? There's pages, privacy pages, terms of service, those type of things that, don't need a lot of internal linking, if any at all. Matter of fact, they probably should be set to no index. But the idea is to make sure that if your power pages that you're really working on trying to get ranked for your clients, you're paying attention to how things are linked to that, because it can have a negative effect, without a doubt. So anyways, those are the 3 questions for today. Reach out again if you have more questions. Email them to me. You can go to salterrasite.com. You can go to seouniversity.net. All our different platforms out there to give us questions, and I'm happy to answer them. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.